Hi, welcome to another second channel video about a piece of software, because I feel like I could talk about software all day. This is my 40-inch computer. We're in 4.3 here in 1440/60 with stabilization on, because I don't want to use screen capture software to do that. Today we're talking about Faststone Image Viewer, which is the program I've been using to look at my images forever. I'm trying to think, what do you look at your pictures with? Like when you have like pictures on your, I'm a big pictures guy, anime girls and screenshots and thumbnails and all these things that I need to manipulate that are just fucking straight pictures. And like if you're using the Windows built-in one, that's dumb. I don't know what Mac users have, if they enjoy it or not. But I went on a cavalcade search probably 10 years ago to find as many different photo viewing programs as possible. I love how the GoPro app, by the way, won't preview what I'm recording, even though that would be really important to see what I'm, recording. So this, well, that's actually Combatants Will Be Dispatched, which is a great show. Same creator who did Konosuba. Actually, I think this was written before Konosuba, and you could tell he pulled stuff out of this to put in that. Anyway, we're here to talk about this application. So Faststone Image Viewer, which we linked in the description, is free. It's free. You can pay for it. In fact, here's the page that it says Faststone Image Viewer and Faststone Photo Resizer are free. And Capture and Faststone Max View is a license required. And if you want to pay for Image Viewer for like business use, $35, volume discount, etc. And I almost considered buying it just because I've used it so much. It is such a, it's every day. Every day if I need to look at my thumbnails or I need to generate previews. And so I am just on here. Now, the program's not that big. We're currently up to 7.5. I have to check, see if there's a new one. And I literally sat here today knowing that I'm going to make this video. I should go look through all the different options that Fast Image Viewer has, because I haven't played with them all. Like there's a create section here that lets you build GIFs out of multiple images. Just select them and say, build this, and it could do PDF layouts and things. Very simple, quick. All right, we're gonna be looking at my the screenshots folder for my from all my screenshots. If you watch the previous video on this channel concerning Resilio Sync, you understand what all these images are from. So, look, I just opened an image. Great. I can zoom in with buttons. If this was this image, if I hit 1, that's 100%, because these are all 1920 by 1080 screenshots on my 4K screen. If we went to larger images, it would resize that. If we go up to the top, to the side, or to the other side, you get nothing at the bottom. Oh, actually, no, that's wrong. If you go to the bottom, you get an arrow that lets you click to the next image, just randomly on screen. Also, the settings on this, I have it set so that if I just scroll wheel, I can scroll wheel through pictures in a row. These are all screenshots from Combatants Will Be Dispatched, by the way. So feel free to go and watch that show. So the navigation, like if I click and hold, you see there's a magnifying glass. It's not zooming anymore because we're already double the zoom. If you want to zoom in and out forcefully, you go to the left, you pop up a thing, and then you can scroll wheel and zoom in and out as much as you want, and then drag around. So the left side has basically open save as copy, print, rotate, flip horizontally, resize, resample, quick resize, canvas size, crop. If I could, let's go back to normal. If I wanted to crop this, I hit X. This is the crop board. All my wallpapers that are 21 by 9, I usually resize the canvas a lot and then crop them with this. So if I like, I could literally, this is a 416 by 9 crop. You got on here, you can input any ratio you want. When I do the ones for the basement, it's this. We could flip the ratio on its side. There's 1920 by 816, so that's my projection screen in the basement if I want to crop this as a wallpaper for my basement. Then there's 1080 by 2560, so there's my wallpapers that I use for reviews. And this is how I crop it. I use the crop board feature in Faststone Image Viewer. And of course, you could set it to just a 16 by 9 ratio. It has a bunch of ratios built in for paper and print out. but then you could literally go custom ratio or original ratio. If I do freehand, you could just go and I want to crop, you know, that part out, and you could adjust it here. And then you have the choice of crop, which just crops it into temporary memory. And when you try to change it off the file, it'll be like, you want to save this? Or you can do a lossless crop to file, which then brings up a save dialog, and then it doesn't affect the original image, and you can just save that crop somewhere else. I didn't even like, when I thought about starting this video, I didn't even come into the fact that I use it for this most of the time. It's just the easiest way to go about it. You freehand crop, or to do your, you know, 1080 by whatever. Cropping, you could set it. You could set the actual pixels if you want. You can just copy a crop to clipboard. So if I crop this to clipboard, and then I bring up Telegram, and then I go to Twitch fam here. This is the Twitch fam channel. And I hit paste. I hit paste with no compression. So there you go. Delete that one. You can just crop to your clipboard and then put it places. That's amazing. So let's get out of the crop board. Let's go back to double thing where we could switch through things. Let's minimize this. It has 3 different actual view settings. So here, view, there's layout. We're currently in browser view left, so this stuff on the left, or we can make it browser view right, which puts the tree here, and then thumbnails here, and then the larger preview window there. Or there's another view where you can do the layout of windowed view, which this is if you're a basic bitch and you're not navigating from within, you set it to this, because this way when you open a file in Explorer, it'll just open like this. I have it set in the options. We should actually go through the options. I have it set in the options to literally open up full screen. So if I double click something, it's just boom, it's full screen. The options, I hit P. What does P do? Oh God, P made it do a thing, but I don't think it did. Clone and heal. Oh, we have a clone and heal tool. There's a lot of actual like enhancement things. Like if I full screen this and I go to the left, there's an auto adjust colors, followed by adjust lighting, adjust colors, adjust levels, adjust curves, sharpen blur, reduce grayscale, sepia, negative. You could lower the colors to 256, 128. And I don't even know what the fuck, like there's a, what does that say? Count colors. This picture apparently has 33,808 colors in it. That's wild. Like, why does it even have, what does this one do? You could shift colors from R to B, RGB to BRG. Why? Why would I need that? Why is that option here? But I have it. Let's see B to G. So it's literally just, I can swap colors. Then we have border effects, frame mask, watermarks, bump maps. Look at this. I've never even seen this full screen preview. We can make, oh my fucking God. What is this application? So if I get off this, it's gonna be like, do you want to save changes? And I'm gonna be like, no, back to boobs. Like I was saying, you could enhance the image by literally hitting auto adjust colors, which is Control Shift B. Ready? Okay, that made it a little weird. Hit it again. It doesn't really do anything after the third time. Adjust lighting. Like the shadows, highlights, contrast, saturation. Hold down to see original image so you can go and fuck with it all you want. Like here, we'll do something like this. And they're like, do I like that compared to the original? Reset, clear. You could zoom in. You could do comparisons. Oh, we got to talk about that. So here's a before and after setup, which you could do for like adjusting the vibrance and stuff. Like there you go. We knocked the colors out. But one of the, and I don't like this view, so I'm going to put this view back to the layout for left. So left browser is the way I run it. File tree there. Preview window here, which I usually make it so that I have like I got a pretty fucking giant display here. So I just drag this over until I have all the thumbnails to the end. I don't need that much tree, so I'll bring this up to make sure I get at least, usually a square, because if I'm doing vertical pictures, you want to have it there. Do you want to save changes? Because it's still selected on this one, it still has changes, so I'm going to say no. Hubba hubba. That means I've got email on my other computer. God damn it. Wearing a watch on your right wrist sucks because your mouse uses it. I just had the thing that I'm getting rid of on my left wrist. what was I saying? Oh, comparison shots. So let's say you took 2 photos. Oh, here you go. Perfect. This is a perfect comparison. There's a tool up here for compare selected images. And so it brings up both images that you selected. And then there are locked zooms. So if you zoom in on one, it zooms in on the other and will move simultaneously. And then you could hold down Control to move one, not the other. So if we wanted to do some sort of weird, I'd have to zoom. I could zoom one in more than the other. Like just the comparisons you can do with this. If you like, I would save 2 images or save 2 screenshots of a video file with different settings, and I could just zoom in. Is the detail better in this one than this one? It's truly, this is the software of the gods. And you could just, if you decide you don't like one, there's a little delete key here. What else do we have? Move to folder, copy to folder, rotate right. That's what we're going to do. Rotate left. There, when we're getting into it, you could select a zoom manually. You could do best fit. We could open up histogram, EXIF. We could have it set to auto fit everything. There's a histogram window to show us the color, the levels of everything. I'm gonna hit close on this, by the way. So yeah, that's, what am I forgetting? Okay, so I'll open this up. I'll do it. We can sort. You get file name. Actually, I got to change the thing. Hold on. There's a theme that was either bright, gray, or dark. I set it to dark. Settings, theme, set it to bright. Oh, bright is bad. Oof, it was set to bright and wasn't messed up because of my high contrast theme. So let's set it back to gray at least. So where am I? Where am I doing? Down here, it shows me the number of folders inside the folder. There's 3 folders containing 9,525 files or 2.45 gigs, and I have 1 selected. So let's select, I don't know, the 3 of them. 3, well, I've got to put a kid in there. So over here in this window, by the way, so if you scroll wheel over the main thumbnails, you scroll through thumbnails. If you scroll wheel over this, you scroll through the actual images. You can also zoom in and pan around. So it's very rarely you'll need to actually open it full screen if you have a big enough screen and you're using it the way I am. You could also hide the preview window entirely if you wanted to with the sidebar there. Any other information? We've got the actual information of this file, the file name underneath it. If you want to rename a file, you just hit F2 and it comes up, rename the file. You can show extensions. I'll go back to the dark theme, even though I didn't have the dark theme on before. You also have the option that when you have something open, you can do smooth rendering or not smooth rendering. In fact, I'm sorry. So here, got left pop out, which is all those options for blur, screen, watermark, lens, undo, redo. The right side, if I can get my mouse, where the fuck is it? There is basically EXIF data, histogram, JPEG comments, showing you the file information. The bottom is either arrows to switch left and right between images, or you could do the scroll wheel, which I'll show you the option setting. And then the bottom left here is the navigate. You could either open up the navigator, which is a little preview. So if you zoomed in a lot, you could use that as a little like guide to zoom around. Not like I need to on this, but then you have, you know, import photos, open, save, preview. So basically gives you the zoom in and out. And then there's an option for smoothing, which if I shut off smoothing, everything, you could see the JPEG. You can breathe the JPEG squares. And a lot of times if I'm doing calibration, this is a very important thing for calibration because I have a Zeos. I was too aggressive with my banging. I bang too aggressively. That's what happens. She will stand on her own without her stand, but then you can't bang the thing. If you're doing a calibration on your monitor using the images that I provide in the link below, you can't have it smoothing things out. Once you put that on, that's what it looks like. Yes, it makes it look better for like previewing an image, but that's not real. You want pixel by pixel accuracy. So if we zoom out, there's 1:1. Smoothing does not affect 1:1. It's fine. That's what it is. If you put smoothing on and off, it doesn't change a goddamn thing. But as soon as you zoom in, as soon as you are in there where a pixel would be like, okay, here looks smooth. Echidna's eyebrows look fine. No, that's what Echidna's eyebrows look like. So you can toggle that on and off, which is super important for doing calibration stuff. especially on like a projector where you're trying to find focus. You need Dr. Mesame. Dr. Monster Mesame was a good show. Okay, so we get our list here. Oh, all right, let's just go to the top. We got file, which is basic. You get some email options. Print options in this are amazing, by the way. If we select 3 or more images and then you hit Alt-P, it gives you this layout, and you could do all sorts of masking. You could move the files around. You can rotate them, I think. Yes, you could rotate them. So you're literally setting up your print page however you want. So if you want to do a collage, you want to put her into heart. I mean, there you go. You could stretch it if you want to distort the actual image. I wouldn't recommend that. But there's all sorts of, you could select this one and do like, I don't know, what's this one? There you go. You could do these like basic things that back in the day, this would have been a completely extra program from like Microsoft. You get pretty good options here. You could add text, insert a call out. You could do like a speech bubble call out and type something here. Dicks. Dicks in size 1 font. Oh. Okay, we got to go back to do... Actually, I'm going to go to my favorites. So, okay, favorite, that acquired from screen capture. This does have a basic screen capture in it. I was using Faststone capture for the longest time, and then I found ShareX, which is a whole other program that I actually patronize because it's so good. ShareX is when I do like Control-Shift-4, this is my personal, if I like select it, it's literally took a screenshot, saves it to a file, to a folder here, and then copies it to clipboard. So I can just paste that somewhere else. In fact, let's paste that. Where are we? Twitch fam? Twitch fam's gonna be real confused with why they're getting all this stuff. If you don't know, when I do my live streams on Twitch, I have a to-do list on Telegram where I add things I need to do and then remove them when I'm done. But if you're in that to-do list to read through the thing and then leave comments, there's a full Twitch fam chat pinned in there. So, Eris best girl. Eris best girl. Unless we count her as best girl. She's pretty best girl too. There's so much to go over with this. Okay, so off of file, off of the capture software that it comes with, let's go to edit. So you can edit with an external program. So if you literally select this and you use Photoshop or use Paint Shop Pro or use any, what the hell is that other free one? You can just install it in here and actually have a key command. So if you just go boop, boop, and it'll open whatever image you're looking at into your external program for editing. Amazing. Select normal mode, rectangle select mode, circle select mode, freehand select mode. What does that mean? Did you know in select modes you can press, hold down, control the mouse? Hold on. Did you know in select mode, pressing and holding the control key will change the mouse cursor to a cross shape so you can see the mouse defined area better? What did I just do though? Like what does that actually do? What oh, I'm selecting a circle. I've selected a circle. What is that? I zoomed in inside that circle. So I put her eye in that circle. Oh, that's unnecessary. So it doesn't actually affect anything. It's just the way it does. Like that's just, I feel like this is someone just practicing on how to program, but everything they've added is just, you can do whatever you feel like with it. Because usually when you select, so then you have control keys for rotate left, rotate right, flip horizontally, flip vertically, straighten and rotate by any degrees is Alt-R. Then you could do canvas size. Interesting. You know what? I didn't even know I could do a resize of canvas size. The only problem with it is you have to pick the background color solidly. So when I do like my wallpapers, if I can go to my favorites, hold on, cancel this. Let's go to my favorites, go to the YouTube thumbnails or wallpapers, YouTube thumbnails, we'll go there. You could add favorites, by the way. So like the Ovidius, the Apollo, all these thumbnails, you could I have them in favorites. Jesus Christ, set DPI, all right, crop board, draw board. So when all these things, when you see Zeos says Ovidius there, I literally hit D, which brings the draw board, and I just drag text. I just do this, and I write butt chug, and you resize this, and it does an amazing drop shadow, which is all adjustable. You could do opacity, drop shadow. You could set the horizontal, vertical blur. So all my thumbnails are basically made in Faststone Image Viewer. The only problem is you can't rotate text. That's the one that like has all these amazing features, but I can't just like grab that text and rotate it. Also, you are limited to the actual size of the text. So if I do this, you get this pop-up dialog where I select the text and then select the size, and it goes from 8 to 72. You can type in up to 150, but that's it. So I actually have to make my thumbnails smaller so that the 150 DPI text is large enough, and then it's always horizontal. You can't just like twist it or turn it. Like that's a basic feature that this does not have, and I kind of wish it does or did. I do a lot of this, like the opaque highlighter. I just have a black highlighter that I can highlight, put a dark background so that if I'm taking a thumbnail and it's too bright for text, put a little black background behind it. To cancel on that. So yeah, the drawboard comes in real handy. Let's go to my done thumbnails. Oh, the thumbnails will build, by the way, and it'll cache. And you can actually go in, oh, there's Chewbacca. You can actually go in and compress the cache. Right now I have 300 folders that it knows all the thumbnails for, and it's totaling 1.5 gigs of thumbnail cache. And I just told it to compress it, and it did, and it saved 300 megs. So here's all my thumbnails. Like if I'm looking for something, I just like, am I going through this? Open it up. Actually, I have to talk about these today. Again, the artisanal update. So I might want to, oh here, if it's C, here's the copy dialog. And if I want to copy, here's the things I've moved to previously. Here's the favorites. You could set 1 through 9 so that you could literally make it so fast that you can just be like, boom, boom. Copy 2, and it just goes to 2. You have up to 9 different destination folders. So when I hit copy, I don't do it that often, but if I wanted to move it to the artwork search folder or the not safe for work 2D folder or the wallpaper maker Resize, I could actually program a folder in. So you just go copy, 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 or M for move and just move it there. Or just selecting on a thumbnail and hitting R will literally rotate it. Of course, if I rotate it 4 times, it will still ask me to save, and I'm going to say no. There's just so many fucking options. And I haven't even gotten to like adjusting, sharpening and blur, reducing noise, swapping colors we actually touched on. What else do we have? Red eye removal, JPEG comment, effects, bump marks, obscure, blur, tags, the slideshow. Can we talk about the slideshow? You hit S for slideshow. You set autoplay, which means it won't advance automatically. If you want to just have it so you have to manually hit slideshow, that's fine. So you could set it from 1 to 1 billion seconds, random order, loop. You could actually have it loop the folder. Or if you're real brave, you could have it autoplay across folders. So as soon as a folder's done in your slideshow, whatever's in the next folder will just get played. And then it'll find the end of that folder and go to the next one. Until it runs out of folders with new images, and it goes back to the beginning because you have it set to loop. You can have it stretched from all images. Smooth image rendering is recommended. Crop to full screen. So if you have 16:9 images and then some narrow ones, it'll literally zoom those in and just make it so that the screen is full all the time. You could show text during slideshows. Transition effects. There are 156 different transition effects. Everything from expand, and it shows you a little preview. Expand out from vertical center. If I put them all on, which I don't like doing, and I set it to the shortest length of duration of effect, and then I set this to 1 second, and you could set music too. You could actually put a music file on, you hit play. So now it's going to preview 156 different types of effect to go through these pictures that are all my old thumbnails. I'm glad I went to this folder and not into the Media Player Classic screenshots folder, because God knows what's in there. I have screenshotted hentai, and I've screenshotted things that aren't hentai but probably should be. So if this doesn't make you want to vomit, what I would usually do is find like the one I like is like random dots, because it can get a little chunky. That one was smooth. They're not like 80, 100 FPS. A lot of these effects are like 5 FPS because they're literally moving around images in the scenery. Cat. See, like that, where it like stuttered and popped in. So I wouldn't use that one if you're, but like this is absurd. You'd have it like fly in from every direction. You could have, although like the spinny thing, that was kind of cool. We get it. You get it. Slideshows on this are a baller. I almost wish I could set my Windows to just load a slideshow from this application of a program, of a folder I set, instead of using the Windows thing, because it'd be so much nicer. My game fidelity. I have to make a new game fidelity video. I have to make a thumbnail. When did I make this? 2018, October of 2018. Still one of my most popular videos because it has the word game fidelity in it. That's mine. I own that now, and I got to take advantage. Real quick, let's go to the actual options settings. So this is going to be real small and hard to understand and read, but you get a bunch of tabs on top: viewer, thumbnail, magnifier, JPEG, RAW. It'll handle RAW images. You can do calibrations, enable color management system, color space aware, which will increase loading times, and you could auto detect. You could have it enable. All right, so basic settings. This is the way I have it set. Smooth and loop on. Show file names and full screen text. Yes, so if I open this up there in the upper right-hand corner is green text that tells me the file name, the size, number 334 out of 212, and I'm zoomed in 254%. That will be the normal zoom. That's zoomed in 254%. O puts it to the clone and heal, so that's weird. Because when you go back into this view, then O opens. I thought O opened options. How the fuck do I open options? I thought O was options, but apparently it's not. Confirm on escape exit. You could set this smoothing filter. There's Bifant, Lancause. There's 3 Lancause, including softer or sharper. And then there's bilinear. So I think I'm going to go with the middle one that is not softer or sharper. Confirm overwrite, auto hide mouse cursor, show hourglass and taskbar on full screen. So you can have it so when you're scrolling through images, instead of it going like working, it just doesn't show that. So you could hide that. The other side here is really the important stuff. So browser style, either list, details, or thumbnail. I have it set so that arrow keys scroll through things. And mouse wheel is next previous image, and then mouse click is magnifier and zoom. But there's so many other options. You can make mouse clicks change to the next thing. Right click for next image, left click for next image. Magnifier, like it could just be magnifier or take no action. You could zoom at the center, or for some reason if you wanted to zoom at the mouse, well, you know what? Zoom at mouse position sounds better. Let's do that. Move files in the same disk, drag and drop, single file delete to recycle bin with confirmation, or no recycle bin, no confirmation, hardcore mode. Like, why is that an option? Here's your thumbnails. The one thing I will say is that this program, even though it's updated regularly, doesn't really have, I would like bigger thumbnails. I would love just, because right now the biggest thumbnail you could have is 260 by 195, and it has little round borders. You could have none borders around it. You could set the background, the label colors, show file name, show tooltip. Yeah, I like all that shit on there. And then add film frame. Noise. Email. You could do a preset color theme of like dark, gray, bright, or white. So dark. Oh, I put back the thing. So none. So yeah, that's as big as you can make the thumbnails. You could make the thumbnails much smaller. Let's make them as small as they go, which will be just abysmal. Here we go. Oh, Jesus God. Oh, God. That's, why is that a thing? Why is that in here? Hold on, I'm going to copy that to artwork search and move off of it. So yeah, it needs to be bigger. If I have a 4K screen and I'm using standard, you know, sizing options, I would like something bigger than 260 by 195. It just needs to be bigger. Because while these are usable thumbnails, I would like more. It's also lacking the feature that you could offset thumbnails. Like I have, like when you do on like a OneDrive account for just pictures, and you have like rectangular and vertical ones, and they all sort of like mesh together. It looks kind of great. What else we got up here? Add folder to favorites, new folder. You can do new folder things. If we select a bunch of files and right click, we can do the compare images thing for at least 4 of them. Remember how I was doing that before with boobs? So here, we can compare up to 4 images like this. What else we get in the right click? Edit with external program, open containing folder. I cannot tell you how many times I've just gone open containing folder, which by the way is W, and here's the containing folder opened in Windows. Because sometimes you just need Windows to open the folder. You need to get in there and see what the fuck's going on. Refresh, completely refresh, shuffle images. I don't know why I would need to do that, but you can. I guess that would work, because here's the thing. You get to sort by file name, size, date, dimensions, and type, or the reverse of file name, size, date, dimensions, and type. Dimensions is a little strange, because I think it's only width. Yeah, it's only the width. It doesn't care about the height. So you can't say it like dimensions, width, or area. I'd like area. But size is always fun. Just sort by what's the smallest one. This one's the smallest one, obviously. 1, 2, girl with the big subwoofer, stop sign. I know what that stop sign's for. Look at the M11 Pro. That was a good thumbnail. Anyway, so yeah, you got to sort it. And then, oh, this will also do images or video. I don't have a folder that I could probably show you where it will actually try to play video. It's not great at it. It's not the greatest at playing video, but you can allow it to show video files along with your photo files. It just will not. I don't think it'll open with an, actually, if I set it to open with an external program, you could use this to browse videos. You know what, I'm gonna go to my created, let's see how bad this is gonna be. Drone footage. Something small. I don't want to do my reviews folder. That's just 25,000 things in there. So yeah, it takes a little bit longer. That's it waking up on the NAS. But there, we've now got, it's playing the video not bad. Is that literally a 1-second video, or is it just previewing it? Hold on. Nope, there it is. There's a full video. There's a flyover of my house. Double click it. It opens like a thumbnail. Opens like an image. God, the fucking snow. That's actually playing relatively smoothly for a 1080 video. It may be the new computer. It might be the new computer is actually just better at doing it. So yeah, you could do this. Let me see if I do open, edit with external program. So if I add Media Player Classic, MPC, let me see something. Where is Media Player Classic installed? Probably Program Files, not Program Files 86. We're doing this together. Sorry, everyone. So yeah, I'm going to set Media Player Classic as a thing. And can I edit? No, I can't edit it. So, okay, so let's see. If I go right-click, open with external program, the letter E will do E for external. So this video there, if I just hit E, there's an update. Of course there's an update, which of course I'm going to set it to download the update later. But there it is. I just made an external, I'm here, I'm watching, that's a terrible video. Oh, I want to edit that. It shoves it into the program. So now it's previewing here and playing on my actual Media Player Classic. That's, Jesus, I'm figuring out new things just doing this video for you. Can I rotate a video? Is there a possibility that it'll just, oh, it cannot be rotated. Oh, well. What else can I do? Can I do comparisons? I wonder if I could do, I feel like it does video just as sort of, oh my God, it does actually do that. But does it, I think it's just the first frame. I don't think you can, I don't think there's like a play. If there was a play, that would be fucking amazing. Drag images with left mouse button, scroll mouse wheel to zoom in and out, press control right mouse button to work with individual images. So I already knew that. I'm amazed it even previewed those. But yeah, no, this is, this program is powerful as fuck and it's free. I shouldn't need to do anything else to like screen captures and clone and heal and adjust lighting, which you probably can't do on a video for the best, obviously. So let's go back to my favorites and back to, let's go to wallpapers. So I have just my wallpapers, which it's updating for some reason, and it shouldn't have been, unless switching it to 4K dirty. We want to go to that. Oh, here's how fast it generates thumbnails. Just keep in mind, this is on my NAS, and I may have broken it when I changed the thumbnail size, because it should have just loaded instantly, because I'm on this all the time. But here, you can see it's got 1,092 images, and it's slowly chewing through them. Oh, it might also be because I compressed the archive. So it might just be dealing with it that way. Did I double click? I did miss the double click on Emma Watson. This is actually when I resized with Waifu 2X. You could see it looks fake and digital, but it's a real image at some point. So yeah, no, this is my program, man. This is every day, all day, day. Loads thumbnails relatively quickly. This is on the NAS across the network. So, and these are all huge files. This one is, each one of these is like 6 megs, 6 megs. 6 megs, 6 megs. Yeah, it's 3 gigs of files it's currently reading. So I've gotten faster now. How big are these? 3 megs. It woke up. It woke up. It's doing the things now. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to this piece of software because here's an 8,000 by 4,500 image. So if I now open it and click, now that's 1-to-1, and I can just drag around. So if I click and drag around, and I scroll wheel, next, hold the mouse over to the side, and I can zoom out because there's no other way to, I don't have it set to zoom in and out unless you do that and you initialize it with a pop-up menu. Otherwise you could. Do I have smoothing on? Smoothing is on, and it's set to 500%. We can go to as high as 1,000. Yeah, and it goes through. And then if you, like with the pop-up here, that's another thing. I didn't even get to this. You got the full pull down of your previous folders. You get to scroll across all the thumbnails while still in full screen. I didn't even get to that. You can open image properties down here. You can come over here and load the file tree. So you don't even need to be in the other view. You could just have a strip of thumbnails, and then you could just change folders. So if you wanted to go to new backgrounds instead of there, I didn't even need to leave. I didn't even need to leave. And now it's loading the thumbnails here, and I could just scroll through these, just hunky-dory, hunky-chunky-dory, chunky, hunky-dory, and then enter brings you back out. I love this fucking program. I just love this program. The used backgrounds, these are all available, by the way, for anyone who's in the Rosalio Sync Horde that I did in the previous video. I would highly recommend using Faststone Image Viewer 7.5. Let me see what else. We got this, we got Faststone, we got download. So yeah, let's see. Yep, it was last updated in 2020, which is sad. Oh God, please keep updating it. Oh, these other ones, this one was 2021. Faststone Capture was updated in September of 2021. Okay, Faststone Image Viewer was last updated in March of 2020, so it's done 2 years old, and it's the version I'm currently using. Look at this website. Like, it's not a great website. I actually tried to donate to them. I couldn't donate $5. I had to donate $10 or $15 just to get in here. Oh, I'm actually gonna touch on another application right now. I think I've sold you on this. If you don't look at images, none of this fucking concerns you. If you want to be able to, like, that's how fast can you scroll? That's how fast it will go through, and then you can zoom in and you can go like that, and you go with crop board, and we're gonna go with freehand. You know, let's go this specific crop ratio. We want that one. You know, lost to save the file, escape. I don't know. We want to move that file. So we had M, and M brings up the thing, and then if we had to save it, it's so efficient at doing its fucking job. I don't know how I'd live without things like this. There are certain programs that just make my life. I'm an efficiency freak. Like, everyone's like, "Oh, you're lazy, Zeals." No. I can be lazy because everything's so fucking efficient. So now back to the other program I want to touch on, which is even less updated. Even less updated. In fact, I might provide a download link to this because I don't think it exists on the internet. This is called VISIPICS. And I'm using version 1.31, which is 2012. It's 10 years old. And I'm sure someone in the comments is going to be like, Zeos is a totally new program that'll handle that. And what this program does is you give it a folder or 2 folders or 3 folders, and you tell it, find me the duplicates visually. And a lot of times they'll be perfect, like 100, like this one's not a perfect 100% match because her mouth opens and closes. And I have it on the strictest slider. Like you could say, how strictly do you want me to find duplicates? Like exact same size, exact same colors? Or do you want to be loose, literally loosen it up? Get it close. Like I got a couple, Jahis here. So 2 with her mouth closed, 2 with her mouth open. It's thinking that they're the same image. What do we have? That girl from that show was great. That's a butt. That. So like these 2 are identical. So I set it off on this quest, and it found all these duplicates. So these are my screenshot folder. So if I hit F5 or Z, whatever I have it set to on Media Player Classic 2 screenshot, sometimes it'll fuck up and screenshot twice, or sometimes I'll go back and take another screenshot, but it's actually the exact same frame. So I'm using this program. You can literally have it find, like these are exactly the same. I don't need 2 of these. It searched 9,557 images. There are 59 duplicate pictures total and 28 groups. So like this one has 4 that it thinks are matching. Obviously we can see that one's mouth open, mouth closed. And then that one, the mouth moves just slightly. So I'd have to manually go through this. This is very, very specifically me. But if you've ever downloaded a bulk amount of images, or you just have folders with 1 million images in them, and you're like, I wonder if there's any doubles or triples or quadruples or quintuples. You literally set this program, you add what you want, you set it to strict, you hit go. You could have it auto select. It'll mark all but 1 picture. So I know that there's specifically, like this one is 2 mouths. I'll unmark that one. And I know which was the other one that had, like mouths are changing, open and close. I'll keep both of those. If you can go through and like mouth open and close and unmark the ones you want, then you can literally hit delete or move. So we could take the ones that we think are all doubles and move them somewhere else, or delete them. I usually just delete them. A lot of this shit is just like Aris here is the exact same image. This exact same image. Which one's that? Exact same image, delete one. And then you just go through it, and once your mouth open, mouth closed. Do I even need the mouth open one? Let's get rid of that one. Yeah, this one I only need 1. This one I only need 1. That one I only need 1. Perfect. So ready? Delete. Okay. 28 pictures deleted. I saved 6 megs, and there's no longer duplicates. Now, if I hit go again, it takes that from strict, drops it down a notch. It should automatically do it. It's not automatically doing it. I'll drop it down to basic. I hit go again. Now it's finding a fuckload of them because I've removed the ability, like the strictness of it. I can't tell. I can't tell if there's naked girls on here. What do we have? That was a thing. You didn't see that. No one saw that. This is the internet. But now it's completely. Here, look, I took these 2 images of the end of one of the seasons of Castlevania, and you can see it just slightly changes. So it's not quite the same image. We're not on strict, but it's enough that it's like, hey, do you want to delete one of these? And no, I'm not going to. I'm going to keep both of those. But yeah, some of these are just like the zoom changes, and therefore it's deciding, do you want me to keep one of these or not? Do you want to keep this one or this one? Like the heads move. It's enough of a difference that it's like, all right, these are definitely different images, but how much space do you want to make? And if you got all the way to lose, we've already got 3 pages of results for these. Oh, I saw Chica. Hold on. Go back. See Chica. Click Chica. Oh, yeah. So it's like added text. I wouldn't remove this. I would be done with this. But anyway, VISIPICS here's the thing. I went to help and I went to please donate. Just try to see if like I could find the homepage for it. Here's the homepage for it. Is it still up? The homepage for it is a Wikipedia entry. And I actually hit donate and I donated. I've used this thing to strip thousands and thousands of images out of folders. Just done. I just strip. I've downloaded, like, you could do full. I might do a video on Telegram itself and how great Telegram is as an application, but I've like ripped picture file, like entire channels that are just 100,000 pictures, and you get them and like there's 97 million duplicates because someone uploaded it in March, and then someone uploaded again in March of the next year, and someone uploaded again in March of the next year. So it's like, I don't need 3 copies of the same image. And this is the only program I currently have that I just hit the button and hit go, and it finds it within 99% accuracy, and then I just hit delete. And it saves me so much time and effort. Again, efficiency. So yeah, I don't think this has been updated. Revisions log. Yep, no, there it is. I will now, feature is now to write a VISIPICS 2.0 from scratch in a new programming language. So 1.3.1, the version I have is there a permanent link? Is there a link to download it? Revision of February 2013. I'll see if I can find an actual legit download. If I can't, I will upload it myself to MediaFire, which I currently pay for, actually. So, do I want to close VISIPICS? I do. Anyway, that's it. That is the end of this long saga of telling you about how great a photo program can be. And you could see like the big JPEG squares. Shut off that smoothing. Oh God, so what's the resolution on this one? 1000 by 1340. Yeah, that's not enough. That is not enough. That would have to be waifu. Maybe we'll talk about waifu 2x too, because there's a downloadable version that resizes all my shit. So that would become smooth as butter. And then I could do the comparison thing with this program. So yeah, if you like this, don't forget to check out my Patreon and Subscribe Star. Tell me if you like second channel videos. I feel like I could talk about just about anything on here because who cares? Here, 235 to 1 to wide. These are all the ones I have for my basement home theater. So they're all backed up in here. These are huge. These are all PNGs. I should have, these are 10 megs a pop. Why? What are you, fucking stupid, Zeos? Zeos is stupid. I guess because they're on the projector, I wanted to have no JPEG artifacts because they'd be like that big. Anyway, Faststone Image Viewer. Life changer. Life-changing application. Goes hand in hand with all my fucking obsessive shit saving pictures. So yeah, download links in the description. Thank you for stopping by. I'm going to shut this off and we'll go to bed. I hope I was filming it, by the way, because this is really awkward with the max view lens and no fucking preview quick app. I need a better app for my GoPro. Fuck, I didn't even get into like the thing that made me want to make this video in the first place. I can't, sorry to make this video an hour, but you know. So, a thing happened. Let me go back to my favorites. Media Player Classic screenshots. So, when I was taking screenshots in the basement using my Media Player Classic with Mad VR setup, I was forced to have black bars on the sides of my screenshots because it was playing 16:9 content like this, but it was basically just capturing the black on the side. And I'm like, shit, all these screenshots are no longer 16:9. They're all this weird 235 to 1 format with black bars. No one likes black bars. Ooh, this fucking saved my life. But I know this program. Here's the secret. We've come to the end of this video after I said goodbye, and we're coming back to the secret depths of it. You ready for this? So if you go and you select a certain number of images, and then you go to fucking tools, here's where it gets good. Because you could do batch rename, which, okay, that's pretty cool. You could losslessly rotate all of them in a row. That's fine. Change the timestamp if you feel like it. That seems illegal. Obviously, you could, oh, you can set it as a wallpaper, by the way, too. You could Control W, and you get this little pop-up that's like, how do you want to set it? You want to do a center? You want to do a fit, a fill, a tile? What do you want to do? And then you could set wallpaper, clear wallpaper, whatever. That's a little, another thing I fucking forgot. How do you think I set wallpapers? Do you think I go and right-click in fucking Windows and say set wallpaper? Hell no. Hell no, buddy. Hell no. Buddy? Hell no, buddy. Hell no, buddy. By the way, it captured screenshots only because of Media Player Classic in Mad VR. That was a setting that I had to remove. I get it. All right, back to the thing. So let's see. We've got, make sure we're going to a place where I haven't been watching. There's some shit. So let's say that there's like these 3 files, right? So we go to settings, we go to tools, we go to batch convert. Batch convert what, Zeos? What are we batch converting? Well, It loads the entire list of the folder we're in. It shows the 3 that I've had selected. I can choose to add or remove with a little add all, remove, clear. Fine, you select your images here. This is for batch convert. Battery name is a separate little tab if you wanted to do. Either one I think loads the same dialog. But batch convert, here it is. Here's the pictures. Here's the ones we're actually dealing with. We could sort them if you want to pick and choose. You then get to choose the output format. Another thing I did earlier today is apparently all my screenshots have been motherfucking PNGs. And I'm like, these are just screenshots of shows I've watched. I don't need it to be that big. And so I converted them all to JPEGs. But what I actually came in here to do was to go to, because you pick the JPEG, you pick your output folder, which I would recommend making it another folder than copy pasting over instead of doing that. You have it rename, you could have it use uppercase or file extension, keep original file date with attributes. So if I screenshotted that picture of Girl in Panzer back in 2017, that will remain. That's important because we're going to run the image robot. And they used to have a thing called image robot. So under use advanced options, you click that. Here it is. This is it. This is going to change fucking lives. You open it, you got the advanced options, and you get resize, rotate, crop, canvas, color depth, adjustments, DPI text, watermark, and border. And you literally go through and there's a checkbox. Resize, checkbox. Okay, in pixels, percentage, print size, resize based on one side, switch height and width, ratios, smart crop. So you could turn on any of these, and I turned on cropping for 16:9, aspect ratio, lossless crop for JPEG if possible, and always have the width setting, because it's width and height, be the longest side. And I hit okay on 3,000, actually no, there's only like 300 images that I screenshotted down the basement. But it literally just cropped them perfectly in the center and got rid of the black bars on 300 images. It just, there you go. Do you need to crop something constantly over and over again like a fucking robot? Done. Do you want to resize, rotate? When I do the resizing thing, you could do a full resize things for like when you're doing stupid OBS slideshows and they take up RAM, you could have them have real small. Boom. You could set the filter on the resize. To Bell, bicubic, bilinear, B-spline, fast linear, land cruiser, Mitchell, nearest, triangle. You could change the DPI. You could put all these things on at once. You could change the canvas size. And you could pick, you have to pick an individual, switch values if it's a portrait image. Switch values if it's a portrait image. So how do I expand mode? Expand horizontally, expand vertically, expand a percentage, expand in pixels. This is there's so save options to file. You can save the options and then load them so you could have different setups for every individual thing you need to do. This is dumb. So you could turn on and off crop, color depth. You could change the color depth from 24-bit to less 1-bit color depth. You could add text to 1 million images. In fact, I shouldn't tell people this because I go to those fucking hentai channels and they all got the name of their hentai channel in the bottom right-hand corner. It's like @love, I can't think of one that's not absolutely terrible. Love Hina, @lovehina _sex butts. You know, you could put that there in the corner. You could change the font. You could just have it apply watermarks, actual picture watermarks to the corner. Like there's a Faststone one. You could just pick and choose. You could change the opacity on it. This is buried in this fucking program, and it's one of the most powerful. What does that do? Conversion preview. Oh my God, it even does before and after. Like can I go through the different images or just one? What does this do? Before and after. Oh, you could hit this button and it'll actually swap. This is the before and after. Nothing's happening, so I can't tell. But that's fucking, there's so much depth, and yet I still can't rotate the goddamn text on images. Anyway, now I'm done. I would have been pissed if I didn't get to that. Just fucking livid. Of course, like the Germans developed a dissolvable swimsuit. Let's go with that. I love Girl in Panzer. It's such a good show. Every show's a good show. All these shows are good shows. I wouldn't screenshot them. I wouldn't watch them if they weren't good shows. Anyway, I'm done now. Now I'm officially done. I hope you all enjoy your... It's a good show. I don't want to skip through. I don't know where the fuck I am in this folder. Good show. Good movie. Good show. Fuck, that took forever. All right, I'm done. I gotta go downstairs and crop this because I filmed it in 4:3 and there's a lot of that up there, and maybe shrink it down to 16 by 10. Put it on the second channel. And I really think everyone should watch Combatants Will Be Dispatched because it's an amazing show. So yeah, now that I've shown you everything, we can be done.